So welcome to a new video of CG-Carworks, and today I'm going to show you how things can end up if you do not protect your car in time. We do have a Land Cruiser that's not fixable anymore. We can fix it up, but I don't know a reason why you would do it unless you're very attached to a car. Then you can mostly spend a lot of money on a car, and that makes sense. But in this case, it does not really make sense. I'm going to show you now why that is not making sense today. First of all, we have some holes. So one part is welded on top. It was already broken sometime and somebody welded it, and then it's starting rusting again, as you can see. Wait, I'm gonna grab a light very quick. Maybe you will be able to see it then a bit better than you do now. So they have one light. Again, you see here the welding, and that is starting rusting again. That is not really a big deal, but when we look here, we have already a hole just after the welding, so that should be welded. Also not really a big deal, but when we're going to look here, that's in the body of the car, and when we're going to sand there, I'm pretty sure we will have a hole later. And then we not even took off all those plastics, because I'm pretty sure behind this at the fuel tank will be also a hole. And then we see all this rust. That's almost a bit big of a deal. We can fix that. And then you see all the black underbody coating somebody put on. But underneath that, you can see there's a lot of rust. And this is happening quite often. And it is then basically dried out. And underneath moisture will come. And then it will completely rot out. And we had already here in the front a few spots. It was looking absolutely perfect, but then you just touched with your screwdriver and then you have these holes. And it will be happening here as well. If you put here your screwdriver, you will go through. Let's say it's not really a masterpiece. It is not the best welding ever, honestly. Anyway, so also here a hole again. I don't want to know what behind that plate is going on. The whole package should be replaced, and therefore you have to remove the body from the chassis. The body from the chassis, and therefore that will be a huge job. And this one is completely filled with mud everywhere. Also here, as you can see, it should be things in here, but now it is completely filled with mud, like impossible to ever get out. Will be also going to do, if you're going to continue on this, you will have definitely a hole here. And then we go here, something happened here. You see this thing is completely bent, so somebody hit it, and then it had such a big shock that the welding in the middle had a bit of a thing with it, and therefore was rusting faster. That happens quite often with a car that had some damage. Some spots then will rust faster, and you also see that here, a very big hole. That's really a big issue here as well. Inside is completely broken as well, and the suspension here is attached to that. So again here, you should have to remove the body from the chassis to be able to fix that properly. And also, if you're going to look back there, it's also completely rotten. Let's see if you can see that. Just in very bad condition. It's also very hard to sand there to fix that. And the reason, because we have so many spots where that is going on. Also here on this side, the rubbers are completely gone, but also there, if you can see it. But here's also a complete hole. And if you're going to look at this side as well, here and there. And then we have this plate from the petrol tank is also completely rotted. Here was a lot of mud gathering behind there. And I think when we're going to sand here, the chance is pretty high that we also have a big hole. And if you continue, here's some light rust as well. It could be a hole as well. And you never know, because after dry ice cleaning, you find a lot of things. And here it is painted black, as you can see one time, and it looked all fine. But also here, with the screwdriver, you went through a lot of places, and here you can also see it is swelling up. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but this bit here is much thicker. It's coming out basically. We also have it on this side slightly. You'll really be able to notice that. From the inside it will be gone as well. And yeah, you see a lot of engine. There's a lot of oil collecting here underneath, and also the plate from the engine is also completely gone. As you can see, it's completely rotten as well. The frame of the front is not that bad, at least what I can see now. A few of these things we can't weld on the car, so the body has to be separated from the chassis. Here again, a lot of holes we stick in it, and it's just painted black again. At the beginning it looked all fine, but after a while of researching, cleaning, and figuring out what to do, we came to the conclusion it was not really worth it to fix this car up, because it will be very, very expensive. I don't even want to guess how expensive it will be, but I think easily above 15 to 20, maybe even more. And the thing is, when you're going to separate the chassis from the body, you will find other things with the engine, with other things, maybe new tires, maybe new brakes, maybe a lot of engine bits that have to be replaced. You saw that the engine is leaking oil. Then when you take that all apart, then you are mostly in the process of, when we are just there, let's fix this as well. And then such a project will end up being a big restoration basically. And as a Land Cruiser, yes, but it's not something very special. So for the same money you can buy another car, basically the same car, a lot better. I think this one has also quite some mileage, I think even more than 400,000. So he had his life, he did quite well, and now it is maybe time to sleep for a car, or maybe go to Africa and they maybe drive this another 15 years before it really collapses. But yeah, for us now it will end, and we are not able to fix this. This car will end here, unfortunately. We would love to fix everything, but in this case the wise decision is to not fix it. So yeah, and I just see here there should be these plastic things should be also there on the other side, but they are gone, and therefore a lot of mud came in, and therefore it is now these things that's very important to look after. Yeah, another thing as well with this car, it has mud everywhere. So the guy always drives a lot of off-road, or fine, but to clean it up, it's just nearly impossible. There's so much in there, and to get all the mud out of these things is literally impossible. So yeah, that's it for the Land Cruiser. So if you want to say goodbye, yeah, that was basically his last day. Who knows? I will let you know where the car will go. So this Land Cruiser will end here. So unfortunately, we can't fix everything. But yeah, that's the case. Although we can actually fix everything, but it's not worth it. So yeah, say goodbye to this beauty. It will die here, and maybe it dies in Africa in 15 years. So this Toyota Land Cruiser is a perfect example why you should protect your underbody and not wait too long. Just call us and we can clean your car up, fix it, and then protect it with a wax, with grease, the hollow spaces, and make sure the car will live much, much longer, maybe even forever. So if you have a car, just clean it from the other side, check it, and then protect it. Just very important if you want to continue driving your car. So for the people that do not want to come to us and spend the money to protect the car, they maybe want to clean the car themselves, because cleaning is the first step you have to go, and that will already make sure your car will not rust. So on our web shop we have the underbody cleaner, which you can use to clean your underbody. If you have, for example, a pressure washer and some degreaser like this, we can also use some wheel cleaner and the underbody cleaner and some brushes, and then you come already a very long way. Cleaning is the first step for protection. Even if you do not protect your car, cleaning is really the first step, and dirt will actually make your car rust even faster. In our web shop we have the Dresser underbody cleaner. I will put the link down below if you're interested in that. And if you do want to do this yourself, this is the perfect way to do that. And if you're then cleaning your underbody, you can also use this strong wheel cleaner. It is a wheel cleaner, however we also use this for the underbody for things that are very, very dirty. Also for your exhaust you can use this, and some Scotch Brite, which you also have in our web shop, where you can clean your exhaust and make it look like new again. You can also use this one. This is a bit less strong than that one. This is stronger and will work, I think, a bit better. If you want to go do it yourself, we have some steel brushes which can help as well cleaning up your underbody. So guys, I just finished washing this Fiat, and it's not just a normal Fiat, it's a Fiat 124 Spider, which looks absolutely cool. And this one is also pretty rare, you don't really see them that often. And it is basically based on Mazda MX-5. It has also a bit of a similar looks, although the design is completely different. It has some very cool Italian design, and is based on the old 124 Spider from 1966, and that one had a very long nose, and this one has that too. It is very long, as you look, maybe you don't really see it on the camera, but the nose is pretty nice and pretty long, and that I really like that design. The Italians did a very good job. Also from the back of the car, looks pretty nice. And also these exhaust 4 exhausts, as you can see. I don't know if that's standard, because these have standard not really amazing sound, but this one is maybe an Abbott exhaust, because you also have an Abbott version of this one, and that has a very cool sound, and this one has a very cool sound as well. And also from the interior wise, it's very small, obviously, but very nicely looking actually. And also compared with the Mazda, and the Mazda is a bit more sportier. I think this is a bit more comfortable compared with the Mazda. Also suspension wise, setup, and also the engine is, I believe, different from the Mazda. Let's have a look. Can we open the bonnet here? And then we can see the engine. And there we have the engine, and it is also pretty far back. As you can see, yes, part of it is the nose is very, very long, and the engine ends somewhere here, I believe. And the whole piece, so it's a very long front, but also because it has a weight distribution of 50-50, so the engine is quite far in the back. Also, you see here the wheels in the middle, and the engine is behind that. So basically, mid-engine car. So that makes the car very sporty driving, and compared with the Mazda, this one is set up a bit more comfortable. So you basically have a Japanese car with very cool Italian styling. So I really like this car. We actually did a complete detail on it, and not something very complicated, but yeah, that's now finished. It has a bit of a wax on it as well, and ready to be picked up by its owner. So this one I definitely wanted to show you because it is just very cool. So speaking about the engine, actually, the Mazda has a 1.5 liter engine and also a 2 liter, I believe. I'm not completely sure. But this one has a 1.4 multi-air engine with a turbo. As you can see, so the Mazda does not have a turbo, so far as I know. I'm not completely sure, but this one has a turbo engine. So it's basically the frame is from the Mazda MX-5, but a lot of things are different. Suspension is different, engine is different, design is completely different. What people say it's the same as a Mazda. Well, actually, it is not really. It has maybe some components from a Mazda. The design and safety-wise is maybe a Mazda, but many things are not the same. And I believe this project was started by Alfa Romeo. They quit the program, and then Fiat came in, and they did that with the old 124 Spider from 1966. So a very cool tribute of that old nice Spider. So thank you for watching again. If you want some products from our webshop, the link is down below, and hope to see you for the next video and the next projects that are coming up, because there are coming many other projects. So stay tuned and see you next time. Goodbye.